we need one box of tumbling tower blocks, or here is just a stacking game, and in this package is 60 pieces. This is more than normally, and the blocks are a little bit bigger than I used to have. Of course I have the smaller ones also, but this one is only $2.99. It's similar like dollars and euros, so it is the same. So I am using probably one box for my bunny. So let's see if I am correct. You see already the blocks are ready. I hope you also have your blocks on your table. What we're going to do right now, before we're going to make the underside of our bunny, we are going to get 4 blocks and we are going to glue the sides of the blocks like this, and we're going to squeeze them together like this, and we're going to do the other side like this, and again squeeze it together, and we could do the last one of this block because we need 2 blocks of 4 like this. This is already one piece. Now we're going to do the second one. This will be the middle part of the bunny. Is under, yeah, how do you call this, underside of his frame. I don't know how you call it in English. At least you know what I mean. This will be at least the underside. And the last one like this. Squeeze it again and remove the glue immediately like this. We have already 2. What we're going to do now, we need 2 of 3 like this, and we're going to glue it together and press it on and removing the glue again. And the last of this block like this, and again squeeze it, press it down, and this will be the one of number 3. Again the last one for the underside. We are going to take this one, squeeze it and press it down, and the last one. Of course, if anyone is looking and he is thinking, oh, this is so boring, I totally understand. If you don't like to see how I make it, please, I always say, skip forward and look the part which one you like. But of course, I hope you stay on for the chaos and the laughter. At least I hope at least that you stay. So we already have 2 of 4. What we're going to do, we are going to glue the parts against each other. First the 2 pieces of number 4 like this, place them and press it down like this, so you have 2 on top of each other like this. And now we're going to do this one in the front side. So again we do some glue over here, and especially also in the corners like this, and we are going to place it on top of here but in the middle like this. Press it down and squeeze it, and now you already have 1 with 3 on the front. And now we're going to do the other one on this side, and again of course take the corners first and then fill it up with your glue gun like this, and again place it in the middle again. Especially try to get all 3 parts against each other like this. You see, now we already have the underside of our bunny. Of course you need some feet, but we do that later. But first, this is the under part. Now we go over to the top of the bunny, his body. We are going to do 3 blocks, and again like this, squeeze it and press it down, and we're going to do the second one. Of course, press it down. I already have stuck in my glue like this, but for this one we only use 1 of 3, so not the same we did with this one. The middle we did 4, 2 pieces of 4, and then 3 on each side, but with this one we only need in the middle 1 of 3. And now we're going to do 2 pieces of 2 like this. That will be also the front and the back side like this. This is one. We're going to do the other one like this, and we place it against each other like this. And we do the same like we did with the body. Of course, you see already I have to remove the glue because or else he doesn't fit very nicely on top of each other. So that's what I mean. Just try always to get your, I need some glue. Try always to get your glue away, and in the corners like here and on each side. And we're going to place it again in the middle on top of here like this. You see 1 of 3, and the 2 we do on this side and the other one will be on the other side. Like this. And we are going to place it against each other on the same height. Of course, squeeze it, press it down like this. And now we have the top of the bunny. And I know if you see it, you think is it a bunny? But believe me, later on, at least I hope it will look like a bunny. So we are going to glue the top like this, and here on top of here, and place it over here, and be sure that you have it exactly in the middle. And then you get the first body of your bunny. If I look at right now, I don't know if it will look like a bunny, but I hope that it will. So we are going to do the next step. The next step will be some ears, and of course I'm taking 2 of my blocks again. And you see already I did some trying out to make the ears, because of course you can do just a little block on top of here, but I don't think that will be the greatest side. But of course, if you want to do it, you can do 2 ears like this. But I'm going to try to, with my jigsaw, and you can also use a handsaw, to make the sides a little bit offline. So I showed you, so just a little line like this, so the ears go a little bit sideways on top of his head. And this one I'm going to go for a little round. And of course, if you like a point better like this, it's also fine. But I was looking with this one, but it doesn't seem so soft. I don't know how you say it exactly in English, but this looks a little bit I don't cozy. I don't know how you say it. Let me know in the comments down below how you say if it looks a little bit here in the Netherlands we call it zacht. So Dutch word of the day in this video is of course zacht. That means that it is soft. Of course, I'm going to cut out this part and this part, and then we're going to look if it is looking the way I have it in my head. So we will see how this will turn out. And here you see already, these are my ears, a little bit on the underside of a line and a little bit of the rounding. Of course, I was thinking later, if you don't have a jigsaw or just a saw, you also can use a sanding tool and just sand the blocks around. It takes a little bit longer, but you still can do it. And what I have right now, you see already, if I do the ears like this, now they are going sideways on top of our bunny like this. And now I think it looks even more like a bunny. We are going to glue this on top of the middle of the blocks like this, and I do it a little out of line like this. I show it to you in a moment. You see, and this is how he's looking like this, not totally exactly next to each other, but a little bit off each other. So I'm going to do some glue on this side, and then we are going to glue it. I have to be sure where I place it because you can change it up very easily, like this. And you see, now we already have the parts of our bunny. The only thing we need is, of course, the feet. And I'm going to use 2 blocks, but of course you see already now he has square feet, and a bunny doesn't have square feet. So again, what we're going to do, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to draw a little rounding like this to give it round feet on the front. I show it to you in a moment. And I am not a great drawer, so bear with me. So I'm going to cut off this piece and then we're going to glue it on under our bunny. And here you have already our feet of our bunnies. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue them on the underside like here and totally on the back side like this. And now he does get little feet, so I have to be sure if I do it like this, I have to do some glue under here, like a line until the front. And I'm going to place my block over here like this. I have to be, and this is how he's looking like. This is already 1 feet. Now I need to do the other one. Of course, some glue over here and lay down the other feet inside like this. And of course I have to squeeze it real hard and remove the glue again like this. And now we already have our bunny feet also. But if you have a better way or a different way, just go ahead. I always say this is just an inspiration, so go ahead, make it the way you think it's right. But he can now stand up very nicely. Before we go further with this bunny, I am going to make a second one because I think he is so cute. So I am going to make a second one and then we're going to decorate the bunny further. You see already, now we have 2 cute little bunnies. What we're going to do, I'm going to do mine like you probably used to in the furniture wax, because I have everything in the rustic color in here. So I'm going to take my very cheap brand, I always say, from some furniture wax. But if you like, of course, a little bit of the white color, red color, any color you like, or maybe little yellow, this light yellow, that's what I mean. So I'm going to give this a rustic look. So I will do both of them and then we're going to do the next step. bunnies are with the furniture wax, and I did the furniture wax a little bit thicker. So, and now I'm going to remove the wax I don't need, which is too much. I'm going to wipe over and get all the wax off, because I like the color then a little bit better. He's then a little bit darker. So like this, so I will do both of them, and then we're going to give it a little face. The bunnies are totally wiped up. What we're going to need, of course, we need a nose over here. So I'm going to get my bag. You see already my bag I always have in my stash with some wooden beads and buttons and everything else. So I'm going to take a bead. I think I need a little bit bigger than this one, but of course you can use any bead you like. And on that bead, because we need the openings to give it some hairs, so I'm going to find two of the little bigger one beads. I did find my bead. You see, this is a bigger one. And what I did, because the openings were a little bit small, I take my scissor, I take the smallest part of my scissor, and I'm just going inside of the bead and just turn it over a couple of times, so the opening will be a little bit bigger, so I can do my twine a little bit easier through the bead, like this. So I'm going to take my twine, and this is what the twine I use. It's a little bit, yeah, it's not thick and it isn't thin, so a little bit in between, and I'm going to fold it 4 times, like this. And now I'm going to get the ends like this, and I'm going to twist it around like this, keep it in my fingers, and I'm going to place it inside of the bead, and then I'm going to turn it over and try to get it through my bead. And of course it takes a little time, but take your time, and you see already he is coming through like this. And now I try to push it through. Of course, I need to get it a little bit further. There he is, like this. And now I'm going to cut it off, like. And of course, this will be a little bit of the longer snore hairs. If we do it this way. Of course, we are going to cut off. Make them as long as you want. If you don't want to have them that long, it's also fine. Do whatever what is your privilege, how you call it, at least the way you want to have it. And of course we are going to glue it on top of here, but before we're going to do that, we are going to look for some eyes. You see, I did some eyes on top of here, and I am looking which one I like the best. I think I'm going for the bigger ones, at least instead of the smaller ones, because I find them a little bit more cute for a bunny. So I take 2 of them, and these are very easy eyes. You just peel off on the back side the paper bag, and then it is a sticker, so you can easily put this on top of your bunny. At least if my nails are working with me, like this, and then you can easily glue it on top of here, like this, and press it a little bit down. Take the other one, and of course I will place them against each other like this. Of course, always when the camera is running, everything takes so much time. Of course, I'm going to place them a little bit in between, like this, and I squeeze them on top of here. You see already, I think the eyes are very cute, but of course, if you are a great drawer or painter, how you call it, and you can paint the eyes for yourself, of course, go ahead. But I'm really a bad drawer with some eyes and faces, nose. So, but if you are really good in it, then you can, of course, do it with some paint. And now we are going to glue the nose in between here. I have placed the eyes on top of both of the bunnies, and now, like I said, we are going to glue this in between. And I take this bead, but of course maybe the other time maybe I will saw this one in half, and maybe I will do a half. I don't know how I will like it or not, so I will place one in between, like here. Just do some glue a little bit on here and just try to place it wherever you want to have it, like this. I have to look if I have him on the size I need, like here. I have to look if I am having it on the same. And of course we have to work a little bit with his hairs. And now the only thing we need is just a nice little a ribbon around it. On my table I have 3 things you can use as, of course, as a ribbon. I have one of the creamy color ribbon. I have one with the yellow plaid with white. And of course you can also choose for some couple of turns with some twine. But I did the creamy one and I did the yellow one. But I am really in love with the yellow one, so I will do both of them with the yellow little ribbon. I think this is much more Easter than the other one, but if you have more new to decor, you can also go for the creamy color. And if you have even a better ribbon, then you can choose, of course, your own ribbon. So, but I'm going to do this one also with the yellow, and then you see the end reveal. I know you will see the end reveal in a moment, but I was playing around and I just made also a little cute bow on top of his ears. If you want to see how I made this bow, this is so easy. I think I showed you very fast. Just don't take your 4 fingers, but take 3, because you want to have a little small bow. Turn it around a couple of times, keep it off your fingers like this, squeeze it in the middle, just turn over a couple of times in the middle like this. It's very easy. Just cut it off, take your scissor, cut off over here, do a little bit of glue in the middle, place your ending of the twine over it, keep it in place for a second until it is dried up. And now you already have your own little bow. Just work with, just turn the loops out of each other like this and like this. So you get a nice little bow. And now you can glue it, of course, on the side of the ear. And I am really loving those little bows. But now you really see the end.